Right. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining in for this orientation for the Coorg 6 program. Right. I'm just going to post some details here in the chat for everybody to see. Right. And we will just start off with the orientation. I'm going to share my screen now and start with the orientation. Just one second. Right. Good morning again. Thanks for coming in. Uh, we are going to do the orientation for the Coorg 6 program, which is between May 2nd and May 8th. And as most of you already know, just a little bit information about us. So we've been doing the summer camps for the children for the past 30 years, and we have camps all across India, and we also have a camp in the US as well. And this particular camp, Camp Coorg, is situated in a nice 200-acre coffee estate, and it's again in a nice elevated area. And this is supposed to be one of the UNESCO recognized hotspot for biodiversity as well. So there's lots of greenery, and it's in the middle of, a completely surrounded by a 200-acre coffee and cardamom estate. Right. So the children will be going here and doing multiple activities. Um, so I'll run through the program details first, and then we'll also go through what all the children need to pack for this camp. And we will also, go through some major details that you need to be aware of whilst you're on the camp, right? So if there are any children, please do listen carefully, and we will have a Q&A session at the end. So if you have any questions, we'll go through that at the end as well, right? So it at Camp Aircot, the children will be doing mix of activities. So you can either choose between rock climbing and backpacking, or ropes course and outdoor survival. Uh, these two activities are clubbed together, so that the children will do 3 days of one activity and 3 days of the other activity, right? We'll go through the activities in detail later down, and we'll just go through some basics as well, right? So these two are the main activities which the children will be doing. Apart from this, on campus, the children will be doing lots of other activities as well. They will have activities which help them to build teamwork, right? They will build communication skills. They will also learn various social skills. And all these activities are designed in a way so that, it's fun for them and not just, something that they do um, to pass out time, right? These are all fun activities which will help them to build all these skills. And at the end of the camp, we also do something called as a Helter Skelter, which is basically like a mini Olympics where they go into teams and then they compete against each other, and they get prizes at the end as well. Right. You can see a couple of photographs here, a child carrying ropes, and then there's a group who's going on the backpacking adventure. Right. We'll go through what happens through the day. Right. And so on a typical day at camp, this is what the children will do. The wake up call will be at 6 a.m. in the morning. The children wake up, they have tea, coffee, and some biscuits or even hot cocoa in the morning. And then they head out to do their warm up exercises. Uh, these is a these exercises are a mix of fun, engaging activities, so that the children have fun right at the start of the day, and then they're getting warmed up before doing their main activities that they have signed up for. Right. Post the warm up, the children head to breakfast. So all meals on camp will be provided buffet style, right? And usually the breakfast is completely veg, and there'll be eggs as an option as well, which will be given to the children. It's a slight spread, which is healthy, nutritious to start off the day with. There'll be bread, toast, sprouts, eggs, and sometimes they also get local delicacies for the day, right? And once they've had breakfast, they'll head out for their outdoor activities. The activities which we saw earlier, they'll head out for those in the morning session. Once they're done with the activities, they'll head back for lunch. And after lunch, they have a nice little time to to freshen up and to relax. So when the children wake up in the morning, they don't take showers or anything like that, because they'll be heading out for their activities. And once they're back from the activities, they'll have enough time to take a bath, shower, and just to relax. And we give them this time so that they can also take a break from doing the activities. And again, lunch will be buffet style. all the lunch items will be labeled, and veg and non-veg will be kept separately so that the children can identify and take what they want. Right? Our instructors will also be there to assist them with the serving of the food. Once they have had time to relax and freshen up, they do other activities which I mentioned earlier. Apart from the ones that they've signed up for, these are a mix of fun learning activities where the children showcase their creativity and also work as a team. They learn all these social skills to work as a team and all, and get creative whilst they're there, right? And they even learn to ride a bike whilst they're there on campus. After that, they head over for some more evening snacks. It'll be anywhere a light snack, and they'll have milk, tea, coffee, and hot cocoa. And after that, they'll have a nice little reflection session, as we call it, where the children reflect upon what they have done through the day. If they're learning something new, they'll understand and they'll sit and discuss with their friends. Post which they will have soup time, and after soup, there's dinner. Again, it'll be buffet style and the children get to eat what they want, labels. And after which they go to bed. We request them to go to bed at 9. When we say 9, children usually don't go to bed at 9. Anybody who is here in this orientation, children, please go to bed at 9. Don't let the instructors come chase you into your rooms. Right. Excuse me. So the children go to bed, and again the next day morning there'll be a wake up call at 6 a.m. and then the routine continues. Right. The activities, coming to the activities part of it. So you can choose between two options. One is rock climbing and backpacking, and then we have ropes course and outdoor survival. Just to go a little bit into each activity, rock climbing focuses mainly on the children learning how to climb a rock face or descend from a rock face. Right? They will start off slowly with something called as bouldering, where they use bare hands to go up a rock, and then they will learn slowly. They'll progress into climbing using various equipment. They'll use carabiners, ropes, and they'll do something called as jumaring, which is basically an ascent. So all the way from the bottom, they'll learn how to go to the top, and then also do something called as rappelling, where they do a controlled descent. Uh, which is basically slowly descending using equipments, right? And they also learn various knots, which is basically used mainly for you know uh, to understand how to use those equipments, right? They learn everything from basic, and they also learn um, various safety measures as well whilst doing the activity, right? And then they go on to do backpacking, right? This is an activity where the children plan to go out in the night, right? They will plan their routes. They will learn how to navigate. They'll, learn how to set up camps, where to set up camps, and also spend the night in the wilderness. And they'll learn something called as leave no trace, which is kind of vital for us right now. So whenever the children go into the wilderness, they'll make sure that they don't leave any waste or they don't disturb the nature around them. They'll make sure that everything is the same as when they've gone into the wilderness. And they will also make sure that they don't disturb any wildlife or the nature around them. Right. The second option that you can choose between is ropes course and outdoor survival. A ropes course is a very challenging and exciting option for the children when they go on to the camp, right? They will use, there are various, it's more like a jungle gym where the children get to do various segments, I would say, where there are ropes, and then the children learn balancing, and the variety changes between, the challenge level is high, and sometimes the challenge level is tailored according to their skill level, so that the children will learn balancing, and they'll learn how to, to climb up the ropes, and it's completely, a fun activity where the children love to, take it up as a challenge and do it. So they start off easy and then slowly progress doing the ropes course. And there are multiple options for them to choose from. And outdoor survival, coming to outdoor survival, this is where the children learn various survival skills in the wilderness. So compared to backpacking, which we saw earlier, that activity is completely planned out for the children. So where to go, set up tent, what to do, and they will have all the equipments with them to do that. But when it comes to outdoor survival, the children will learn how to survive in the wilderness without any gadgets. They'll collect items from their surroundings to make fires. They'll learn how to make fires. They'll plot pathways. They'll leave markers to help identify the way they came. They'll identify edible plants so that they can use it, and they will also learn how to purify water from nearby sources, right? All these the children will learn during the night out, and they will also learn how to make a shelter out of tarp, and they'll spend the night in the wilderness. This is something that the children love to do, and they even make their own food when they head out for the outdoor survival. Right. Coming to the safety aspect of the camp, right? So, since we've been doing this for a very long time, all our instructors are extremely highly trained by us, and they also come from prestigious institutions like NOLS, NIM, JM, and Himalayan Mountaineering Institute, right? And for every 6 children who are in the camp, we have one instructor with them, and also one female instructor for every 10 female participants. The instructor's main role whilst they are there is to make sure that the children are safe and is to make sure that they're doing the activities properly to ensure that all safety standards are met. They will keep an eye out on the children throughout the day, right from the start all the way to the end. And there will be people who are assigned to each rooms who will be the in charges. And in case the children need anything in the night, they can always reach out to them as well. And when it comes to transport, we also make sure that all the transport providers are, completely vetted. They make sure that the vehicles that we use are also inspected, and there will always be one person who will be traveling from our team in the bus to make sure that the driver follows all the safety and speed limits, right? With regards to equipment, this camp uses a lot of equipment basically because they're doing lots of activities which uses multiple equipments, and all these equipments that we have are, they meet the highest international UIA standards. And regular audits are also, done by certified experts to make sure that the equipment is top notch. And whenever we find a defect or something is wrong with an equipment, we don't repair them. We straight away replace them. We don't go and repair the equipments. We completely replace the entire thing to make sure that everything is top notch and completely safe for the children to use. And with regards to safety, again, there is always a doctor on campus. Through the entire program, the doctor will be there, and there is also an emergency vehicle which is stationed on campus. In case they need to go, the nearest hospital is just 30 minutes away, and the vehicle is there. And most of our instructors are also outdoor first aid trained as well. So in case there is any scratch or something when the children are doing the activities, the instructors will, immediately give them first aid, and then the doctor is there on campus. He'll quickly have a look at it, and in case they need to head to an hospital, the vehicle is there to take them as well, right? As you can see, this is one of the activities that the children will be doing. This is rock climbing on the left, and the children are here on outdoor survival, and where they've, pitched a tent using tarp. And as you can see, the children are completely, when they're doing the rock climbing activity, there's safety harnesses, helmets, and there'll be people on top and at the bottom to make sure that the children are doing the activities safely. Right. In this camp, the children will be staying in an old bungalow, which is basically they have nice cozy rooms which have attached washrooms so that the children even don't even have to go outside to do their business. And boys will be in boys' rooms and girls will be in girls' rooms. As I said, there will be an instructor assigned to each room. And in case the children need anything, they can always reach out to them. And the washrooms are also cleaned by our staff, right, on a regular basis. But we also encourage the children to take care of their rooms that they are in, right, to make sure that they don't dirty it and to keep their rooms tidy. We also randomly do checks for the children's rooms, and they get sometimes, points for keeping their rooms safe and clean. Right. This will also help the children to be more responsible, and it will help them to do things as a team to make sure that everything is safe and everything is clean, and they get rewarded at the end after at the end for keeping their rooms clean. Right? Food, as I said already, it will be primarily veg. In case you have any sort of dietary requirement, please let us know, and we'll be able to arrange that. For example, Jain food, and throughout the camp, there will be veg food served, and non-veg will also be served to them 4 to 5 times during the program. And as I said, they'll be all labeled. They will be made separately. We have our own kitchen staff in the campus where they make the food fresh every day for the children. And the instructors will be there to help the children to monitor and supervise as them, because some children I know they're very picky eaters. They don't get to eat a lot. So the instructors will keep a keen eye on them to make sure that the children are eating enough and not too overeating as well, so that they have enough energy levels to do all the activities. And they are also encouraged to wash their own dishes, to make sure that there is no food wastage as well. The children get to learn at a very young age to, be more responsible at the same time, right? Uh, with regards to travel, the bus from Bangalore will depart at 6 a.m. in the morning, and they'll head directly to camp. There will be stops on the way for nature breaks and also food. And on the way back, again, they'll leave camp after lunch, and they'll be here in Bangalore by 10 p.m. Excuse me. I think there is a couple of people who are traveling from other cities. So you will be flying into Mysore, and then our team will be there who will be taking them from from the airport all the way to the camp, right? Um, there will be the children will be traveling in luxury buses till Kabinakadu, and then from there they'll shift into an MUV so that they can reach the camp, right? And for people who are traveling from Chennai, you'll be taking the Vande Bharat all the way to Mysore, and from there we'll take them to camp. Um, so we come to the main part of this orientation right now. This is important for both the parents and the children to understand. So, as you already know, we are a gadget-free and tech-free camp, right? We make sure that there is no gadgets, there's no complete screen time for the children, so that they are engaged in all the activities, and also they get to bond with the others rather than staring at the screen, right? We make sure that this is not a luxury camp or resort. As I said, the children are encouraged to maintain their rooms, take care of themselves, be more responsible, right? Even though we wash we clean the restrooms, we also encourage the children not to soil them or dirty them. We make sure that the children keep everything clean so that it's a learning process for them as well. And the campsite is not going to be smooth tarmac. There's going to be uneven surfaces everywhere, and the children, sometimes it's better for them to rough it out as well, so that they'll be doing most of the things by themselves when they go out and on the camping. And since there are no phones or gadgets allowed on camp, you will not be able to communicate with the children whilst they are there. So instead, we will be sharing updates through our WhatsApp channel, right? I posted the channel link in the chat. So I would request every single person here in this orientation to join the WhatsApp channel and then turn on your notifications, right? You will get two updates, one in the morning and one in the evening. And the network usually is not so really good where the children are at the camp. So sometimes there might be some delays with the updates, right? The updates usually tell what the children have been doing, what they've eaten, if they've done something special, if they're doing a special activity, all of that will be sent to you. And in the evenings, we send out some photos and videos from camp just to highlight what the children have been doing. Please keep in mind, this is not when we send out the photos, we only send about 15 to 20 photographs. We keep receiving photographs through the day, right? Because mainly because the instructors, whilst they're there to take care of the children and to ensure that they're doing the activity safely, their primary goal is to make sure that the children are safe, right? They'll be the people who will be taking the photos and sending it to us. So after the, making sure that the children are safe, they're doing the activity correctly, amidst all of this, they'll try and take some photos so that it's a memory that you can also look back and cherish after a while, right? And only after, whenever they have some free time, they send the photos, and it takes a while for it to arrive. So we get photos through the day. And since the evening update goes at 6 p.m., we make sure to just highlight some of the photos. So if you don't see your child in any of the photos that has been sent in the day, please do not worry. There are multiple photos which will be sent after the camp, along with whatever videos that they've taken by Google Drive to you once the camp is over, right? Usually we get parents, during the program calling us to say that I can't see my child in the photo that was shared today. Please don't worry. It's just that we have selected a handful of photographs and sent it just so that you know what the children have been doing. A child is completely fine. in case there is anything that needs to be communicated to you, the program manager's number is there in the chat as well. He will be reaching out to you in case there's an emergency, right? And vice versa, if there's any emergency that you need to connect with the child as well, you can reach out to him and he will assist you with that, right? We will not be calling you if the child has a slight stomach ache or if they have a runny nose or if they have a small headache, right? The doctors are there to take care of them. If it is something major, right? If the child has fallen down and they've twisted their ankle or something like that, then we'll definitely give you a call to let you know that this has happened and then what treatments have been done and if the child has to be taken to a hospital, everything. So you'll get to know completely about that. But this is an outdoor adventure camp. The children will come back with small scratches or superficial injuries that this is bound to happen because it's an outdoor adventure camp. But we will call you in case there is any emergency or in case, as I said, if we are going to take them to a hospital or something like that, you will be the first people to know, and we'll make sure that you're communicated first. Right? And again, coming back, I'll be reiterating the same point again. There are no phones or gadgets allowed on camps. This is to make sure that the children bond rather than stay staring at a screen. Uh, right now, current day and age, everybody is just stuck onto a screen. But this, we made sure that the children are there just gadget free for an entire week, which will also give them a little break as well, right? So in case you are sending them any gadgets, right, which we don't, ask you to do, they will have to take care of those things completely by themselves. When I say gadgets, it can be a Kindle or it can be a camera, right? If a child likes to read, please send them with a hard copy book rather than sending them with a Kindle, right? Because they will have enough time to do all the other activities as well, and they'll be completely engaged. But if you're going to send them with a jewelry or if get some sort of gadget, the children, have to take care of it completely. We will not be responsible if it gets damaged or lost, right? And again, there's about 2 weeks before the camp starts for the children now. If you haven't done any sort of physical activity, I would definitely recommend all the children here in this orientation or the parents to inform the children to do a slight jog. Like it can be 30 to 45 minutes of brisk walking a day or, small jog, just to make sure that, your body is used to the activity so that you don't, enter the camp and then you become too tired with the amount of activity that you'll be doing. Right. And if you're planning to get new shoes for your children, make sure that they start working with these shoes right away. Otherwise, they'll turn up to camp, and then if it's a new shoe, it'll make the experience a little harder for the children. They might end up getting blisters. Right. And coming to the main point, we have zero tolerance for bullying or indiscipline. Right. If we see anybody or if we hear about any child bullying another person or if there's any misbehavior, we'll give them a warning, and if that repeats, we'll just send the child back to home at your own expense. And children who are here, in case you feel that you're being bullied or if somebody is, not behaving with you properly, please reach out to the camp chief or the instructors and let them know. Unless and until you tell us, we will not know that it's been happening. And again, use of substance. If we've come in to find that you have any possession or consumption of cigarettes or alcohol or any contraband, we will immediately blacklist you from our camps and send you back home at your own expense, right? No junk food or so right from the time the children leave the departure point, be it Bangalore or Chennai, we'll make sure that the children have enough food to eat all the way till they reach camp. And then through the camp, as you already saw, you get to see the children have enough breaks during the day to keep themselves to eat and have energy reserves, right? Please don't send any snacks or stuff with them. This is primarily to avoid attracting, insects or animals such as monkeys, and if they have snacks, they will not eat what is made for them fresh, and they might not have the energy to do the activity. So please don't send any junk food with them. And as I said, we'll be taking care of everything for the children through the program. You don't need to send them with any money at all, but we will have a small shop at the last day where the children can buy souvenirs or merchandise. So anywhere between 2 to 3,000 rupees is more than enough for them. Make sure that you put it in a nice pouch and hand it over. the children can hand it over to the instructors, and then they'll give it to the child on the last day as well. This is a little bit about the program. We'll quickly run through the things that you need to pack for the camp, right? Uh, as I mentioned before, please make sure everybody must have received this list. Kindly don't overpack or don't underpack, right? Make sure that there is whatever is there. These have been tried and tested. We know this is what the children need. So please make sure you packed adequately and not too much or too less, right? The temperature is anywhere between 28 to 30 degrees in the mornings. And in the evenings, it's anywhere between 16 to 20 degrees, right? And sometimes there might be random showers. So make sure that the children have 7 to 8 t-shirts. Please don't send them with any sleeveless clothes. It's the children will be spending a lot of time in the wilderness, and sleeves actually help protect the children from bushes and thorns and everything. Make sure that they have 3 pairs of shorts which they can use through the day, and make sure that they have track pants which they can use while doing their activity, because they'll be walking through bushes and everything. And again, this will help, the full pants will help them to not get scratches of any sort. And make sure that they have enough socks, one quick dry towel, so that the children can use the towel and dry it out before going to their activities. A cap and a sunglass is a must. They're going to be spending a lot of time outside. Make sure that they have one cap and sunglasses with them. Sufficient undergarments, 2 pairs of night clothes, and also one fleece jacket or a hoodie, so that in case it gets cold, they can use it. And also one poncho or raincoat. In case you don't have a raincoat, we have raincoats on camp, ponchos on camp, which we can give to the children. Right? And coming to footwear, make sure that the children have good rubber sole shoes like the ones in this photograph. They should not be new. As I said, make sure that they are worn in, because again, if it's a new shoe, as I said, the children, it will hinder the experience of the children. Might better to give them used shoes, or if you're going to get one something new, make sure that they wear it and that's they are worn in, right? And definitely don't send them with Crocs. They need to have hiking sandals such as this, or strap sandals, which will make sure that the children don't slip. They'll be doing a lot of walking, so make sure that these two are a must. Other items, shower gel, toothbrush, paste, soap, all of that you can send them with them. And as I said, they'll be spending a lot of time outdoors in the sun, so sunscreen is a must. And in the night when it gets chilly, they need their lip balm or cold cream. Mosquito repellent creams or sprays. I think there are some patches as well now, so you can send with whatever one you prefer. As I said, sunglasses is a must. Torch or a headlamp, so that when they do the activities in the night, it's useful for them to don't have brightness as well. And also send them with a plastic bag so that they can put their used and wet clothes. And definitely send them with a water bottle, at least 750 ml to 1 liter. They're going to be spending a lot of time doing the activities, and they need to stay hydrated. We have lots of places where the children can go and fill their water bottles. So make sure that they have a nice water bottle so that they can refill and stay hydrated. Uh, as I said, this is not a luxury camp. There won't be any beds for the children to sleep on in their rooms. So you will have to carry a sleeping bag with you. And if you don't have a sleeping bag, we will have sleeping bags on our own. So these sleeping bags are used once, but then they're cleaned and sanitized after every use. If you don't have a sleeping bag, and if you still want to use the sleeping bags on camp, you can also get something called as a sleeping bag liner, which acts as a sandwich between the bag and the child. So it just goes inside, and the child goes into the sleeping bag liner. You can get this at Decathlon. And if your child is used to sleeping with a pillow, please send them with an inflatable pillow, which the child can just blow up and use it, right? If any of you are undergoing any medicinal treatment right now, please write down the details of the medicine and when to take each medicine. Put it in a nice pouch, so that since the children will be doing the activities, sometimes they might forget. But since we have the doctor and instructors on camp, if you write it down to say what medicine needs to be given when, our instructors and doctors will make sure that it's given to them on time. Right? And if you're wearing powered glasses, please make sure that you get retainer straps and also carry an extra pair, because in case it gets damaged, you will definitely need an extra pair of glasses. Please don't send the children with contact lenses. It's not recommended, as it tends to get lost quite easily. Right? With regard to packing, for this camp, they need to carry two backpacks, one small travel pack or a knapsack, as we call it, to carry their water bottle, towel, sunscreen, lip balm, all of that, when they're going out for their activity, and also one big rucksack where you can pack all the things inside. Right. Please don't send the children with a trolley bag. The campsite is completely uneven surface. The minute you send them with a suitcases which has wheels, they will get damaged. The suitcases will get damaged. It's easier for the child to just carry the rucksack on their back, and the rucksack is just going to stay, and they can just take whatever they need for everyday use. Right? We would recommend a 60 to 70-liter rucksack. You can get them at Decathlon, or we also have our own merch store, which we'll get to shortly. You can get that as well. As I said, cash not more than 2 to 3,000, just to make sure that they have enough when they want to buy the souvenirs from us. We'll take care of everything else. And as I said, this can be handed over to the instructor, and on the last day, they'll just hand it over back to them. Make sure that you put it in a nice Ziploc pouch with the amount and the name written so that it doesn't get misplaced. Right. Once again, no mobile phones, no jewelry whatsoever, because if it's an expensive item, the child has to be responsible for it. We will not be responsible if it gets lost. And as I said, no Kindle, no smartwatches or tabs or AirTags, etc. The childs are going to be in campus, and they will not be going out anywhere at all. All the activities will happen within our campsites. And in case, again, if it gets lost or damaged, the child has to be responsible for it. This applies to the cameras as well. Um, the instructors, as I said, will be taking photographs on campus, but if you want to send your camera with your child, the child has to be responsible. In case it gets damaged, we will not be held responsible for it. Excuse me. And coming to the participants who are flying in from another city, make sure you carry the following items in a Ziploc pouch. Um, they can carry their phones since they are flying in from another city. They can carry their phones with them. This is to make sure that the child can reach out to the airport coordinator, and then they can pick them up from the airport, right? And make sure that they have a power bank with them and a charging cable, a printed copy of the return ticket, right? This is in case sometimes the airports might say they might not, accept a digital copy. So make sure that they have a printed copy of the return ticket and original Aadhaar card as well. This is again completely purely, some airports might accept a photocopy. Some might not, say they will need the other card. Just to avoid all this confusion, please send them with an original ID card or other card. And if you're going to be flying in Indigo or something like that, just a little cash for them to get some food and things while they're there, right? And if your child is below 12 years of age, please reach out to us in case you haven't booked a UNMR. We will help you out with that, right? And make sure that all these are put in a nice pouch and handed over. So once the child reaches the airport and our airport coordinator meets them, we'll take the phone and everything from the child, and we will hand it back to them once camp is over. Right. And as I said, we have a merch store as well, where you can get all the things above mentioned. If you don't have a sleeping bag, or if you don't have a bottle, something like that, you can go to our website. I have also mentioned the website's link in the chat. You can go to our website, and we have curated items, kits, where we've packed all of them together. These have been tried and tested by us. So if you can just go ahead and get it from there directly as well. Right. I am just going to stop sharing the screen now. And we will have a Q&A session now. So those who have any questions, please use the react button to raise your hand, and I will answer to all your questions. Oh, there is also one more question here, which I'll just run through. Where would be the drop point in the morning? I can't see a name, but 045 F8 527. I'm not sure who this is, but if you're from Bangalore, we will send out the departure point details 2 days before the camp starts. So on April 30th, you'll get a message from Subbu, who's the program manager, from his number, which will tell you exact the location with the Google pin, and also the departure coordinators will be there. So you'll get all the details 2 days before camp. Yes, Lakshmi. Yeah. So I think I've answered your question. If anybody has a question, please Unmute, raise your hand. I'll answer that. No one has any questions? Advay, you have a question?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have to bring our own sleeping bags?
If you have one, good. If you don't have one, we have a sleeping bag on campus as well. But the sleeping bags are a versatile thing. You can use it for any event or activity. Doesn't have to be, you don't have to get one just for this. But if you have one, please bring that. If you don't have one, we have it at campus. Yeah.
Not that in the previous camp there were beds and all.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. There will not be any beds at this time. You will be sleeping in a sleeping bag. And if you don't have a sleeping bag, you can use the ones in campus.
Also, will there be dormitories or will there only be cabins?
These will be comfortable rooms. These are coffee rooms. Coffee rooms. You can't say that they're cabins as such, but these are very nice, cozy rooms where you'll be spending the night.
Okay. Yes,
Uh,
sir.
yes, Iha, you have a question?
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Hi, I'm
Yes,
Neha's
thank you.
mother. I
Yeah,
just want
hi.
to know how many kids would be in a room. I mean, how many girls if we would.
So depending on how many children have signed up, we will have different numbers. So anywhere between 3 to 4 children or 4 to 5 children in a room. This primarily depends on how many children have actually signed up for the camp. In this
Okay,
case,
so
there are 10. Yeah. In this case,
you
there are 10
mentioned it's a
girls.
bungalow, right? I mean, it's going to be
Correct.
an old bungalow. So then how many rooms and how many kids would be in one room?
So that's what I'm saying. There are 10 girls in this program right now.
Okay.
We might get
Okay.
more registrations as well.
Mm.
Depending on that, it will change. So anywhere between 3 to 4 girls in a row is what I'm looking at.
Okay. And one more
Yeah.
question is that
Mhm.
we would be dropping them to Coorg. So which point would that be? Would you let us know later on?
No, where are you traveling from?
Actually, we'll be going for a holiday to somewhere close to Sakleshpur. So then we will be
Mhm.
dropping them from there to Coorg directly. So which
Sure.
point in Coorg would you let us know later?
Sure. So basically, one of my teammates, Kaveri, will be reaching out to you. If you can just drop a message to Subbu's
Oh,
number
yeah,
saying
sure.
that you will
Yeah,
be dropping them out. Subbu's number is mentioned in the chat as
yeah.
well.
We are
So
in touch.
just,
Yes,
yeah, just drop him a message saying that we want to drop the child there. Our team member, Kaveri, will reach out to you with the exact location for the drop off.
sure. Thank you.
No problem. Does anyone have any questions?
Hi, I have a question.
Yes, Purvi. Yeah.
I wanted to know, kids are traveling from Hyderabad to Mysore.
Mm-hmm.
So the person traveling with them,
Yeah.
how am I going to get the details about that person?
You will get to know the escort details a day before the camp starts.
Oh,
You have already booked your flight tickets, right?
yeah, we have already booked
Yeah.
it.
So I mean, usually we send it the day before, mainly because the escort might be one of our instructors who will be currently in the program.
Okay.
So you'll get to know all the details. So there'll be, as I said, there'll be a departure message from Subbu's number,
Okay.
telling you, where exactly you'll have to, with the departure coordinator's numbers, in this case, an escort number for you.
Okay. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
And I also have a doubt.
Uh-huh.
Can we bring small fans?
You wouldn't be needing it in the case because it's in the night, it's going to be anywhere between 16 to 19 degrees. It's going to be nice and cool. And in case it rains, you guys are going to be surrounded by trees altogether. So you will not be feeling the heat as such. But I would recommend not to bring it because it might get damaged.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
no problem. Yeah. Right. If no one has any questions, we'll end this meeting now. I'm just going to stop the recording.